All right, cool. So this right here is RevGeni, a project I worked on. In total, this has over 73 slides I could show you, but I'm not going to do that in this video because that would take forever. So what I'll do instead is I'll give you a general overview of who they are, what exactly this project was, and what it is that I did for them. So the quick version is that RevGeni makes AI tools for small businesses. And each tool is basically its own genie that handles a part of your business for you. And the whole thing is built around growing revenue. Now, the interesting challenge with a brand like this is that people don't really believe that it works yet. AI still feels like magic to a lot of small business owners, and RevGeni actually had a name for that. They actually call it the witchcraft period. So the brand had to do a job that most brands never have to deal with, which is where it has to take someone from being skeptical to genuinely get them to trust them and to trust the promise. So it had to feel a bit like a genie, but without any of the obvious stuff. So like no lamps, no smoke coming out of the bottle, none of that stuff. So the way that I got into it is to look at what they're actually selling. And when you strip it all back, the one thing that a small business owner really cares about is revenue, right? So instead of trying to like draw a genie, I'd figured that I'd draw what a genie does. And a genie rises up out of the lamp in a swirl. And revenue goes through a funnel, also in a swirl. So when I sketch these out, the two shapes turn out to be the same thing. And that's pretty much where the whole positioning came from. It's an expert genie for your revenue, and anyone can actually run it. So it's clever and easy at the same time. And the name was already doing most of the work for me because Rev is revenue and Genie is genie. So all just sitting there in the word. Now, I'm going to skip most of the pages, but the one thing that I do want to show you is the mark itself. Because if you look at it one way, it's a sales funnel, but if you look at it the other way, it's a genie spinning out of the lamp. So it's one shape doing both jobs at once. And then that same little mark ends up as a pin on a label, and all 5 of the genies wear it. So it turns out to be a badge for the whole team as well, which I thought was kind of a nice detail. So there is a full type system and color palette that we use with rules and settings behind it. But I'm not going to get into that because again, it's a 73 slide deck. So if I were to get into that, that would take me over an hour to run you through that. What I will do is I will attach the entire deck on my Upwork profile. So if you want to scroll through it and see all the work I did for them and go through each one of the slides for that deck, you'll have full access to that one on my Upwork profile.